I'm Sayojita. Today I have this wonderful fresh bhindi or okra that I have washed and dried. And I'm going to show you how you can make crisp bhindi in this pan without deep frying. How much oil do you think we need to make this crispy bhindi? 1 plus cups or 3 tablespoons? Then I'm going to make two simple side dishes for you, each in less than 5 minutes. Bhindi Raita and Crispy Bhindi with cashew nuts. If you guessed 3 tablespoons, you are right. Let's get started then. Here's the bhindi, washed and completely dry. I'm going to slice it, and there are two ways to do this. Horizontally, like so. Or at a slight diagonal, like this. For raita or the bhindi with cashews, I prefer to make the round slices. The typical way to make crispy bhindi is to deep fry. With this method, you can make crispy bhindi by pan frying. It uses less oil and cleanup is easier, just less messy. Use a wide pan for this, preferably one that can hold the bhindi in a single layer. Allow it to heat up. Then add enough oil to cover the entire surface of the pan to prevent the bhindi from sticking to it. When the oil is hot, add the sliced bhindi and spread it to form a thin layer, preferably just one bhindi deep. The flame should still be medium. Do not reduce it to low just yet. We want to seal the bhindi pieces so that the sticky sap does not come out and stick to the pan. If the flame is low, the sap will secrete, stick to the pan and burn, and the bhindi won't get crisp. The stainless steel pan is also important in order for the bhindi to brown and crispen without burning. Bhindi, like eggplant, absorbs a lot of oil, so do not start with too much oil at the get-go, but instead add more if and when you need it. No more than what you need to just cover the entire surface of the pan. Leave the bhindi undisturbed until it begins to brown from the bottom. Be patient, it takes a little bit of time to do this. The bhindi has been in the pan for about 1.5 minutes and it has not yet started browning. We need to wait a bit. After you put all that bhindi in the oil, it will cool down a bit, so it needs to come back to temperature. 2.5 minutes later, it is just beginning to brown, and now we can flip it over. Stainless steel pans retain heat. The pan is hot, so any secreted sap evaporates quickly. The oil at the bottom prevents the food, in this case the okra, from sticking. It's been 4 minutes. Just monitor and keep flipping the bhindi to prevent burning. If you see that the bhindi is catching and sticking onto the pan, you should add some more oil. The bhindi should move freely on the pan like so. At this point, there is no danger of the bhindi sticking to the pan. It may burn, so you have to monitor the heat. All you have to do is just let it brown all over and keep an eye on it. You can be doing some other task in the kitchen, like chopping something or cooking something else, or just making a cup of tea. You can see that the bhindi is shrinking now. If you think that you have lowered the heat too much or the pan is getting too cool, you can increase the heat to medium. "10 minutes in, you can see that it's significantly browner now. 12 minutes later, the bhindi is almost done. You can see a few soft pieces of okra in there. I'm going to increase the flame for a little while and then I'm going to make the flame very low and just let it crispen that way. And now I'm going to turn it off. The pan retains the heat, so the last bit of roasting will happen after I've turned off the gas. The bhindi is still sizzling. You can see a few green pieces of bhindi. They will brown in the heat of the pan even after turning off the flame. And here you can hear the sound of the crisp bhindi falling into the pan. Our bhindi is ready.
I'll have to wait a little while for the bhindi to come to room temperature. Then I'll make for you Bhindi Raita and Crispy Bhindi with cashew nuts. In the meanwhile, you know what to do. If you're enjoying this video, do hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I'll join you in the kitchen shortly.
First, the Bhindi Raita.
I'm going to make this Bhindi Raita right here at the table so you can see how easy it is to make it once you have made the crispy bhindi. And here's the bhindi. You can see quite crisp. Cup and a half of dahi or yogurt. I'm going to just add a little bit of salt, maybe quarter teaspoon. This is a quarter teaspoon measure. And some sugar, maybe 3/4 of a teaspoon. Depends on how sweet your dahi is. And that's all I'm going to put in the yogurt for now. So the remaining seasonings I'm going to put in the bhindi.
Roasted cumin powder, half a teaspoon. This is a cup of crisp bhindi. And the red chili powder. This is the mild one. And just mix it. And then I'm going to make it a little smooth.
And if you're making this for a party or in a larger quantity, what I would suggest is you don't put all your bhindi in the dahi all at once. Just keep it in smaller portions. Add the bhindi as you take it to the table. Otherwise, if you have too much, if you have extra, it will just be soggy and a waste.
So I'm now ready to take this to the table, and I'm just going to put, I think I can put all this bhindi in here, but even that I'm going to save some. Just put that, garnish with a pinch of jeera powder and red chili powder, and then you have it. Bhindi Raita, oh so simple. Here I've served the Bhindi Raita as an accompaniment to Bagara Bengan, a spicy eggplant curry from Hyderabad. Right here, I've also served it with mutton rogan josh and ghee rice. Now for the crispy bhindi with cashew nuts. Much like Bhindi Raita, this dish must also be made at the last minute. It serves as a crunchy, tangy accompaniment to any meal, and it is vegan. I have the crispy bhindi right here. The onions must be finely chopped and the cashews must be split or broken. If you want, you can slightly roast them on a pan, but it's not necessary. Keep everything ready, and then just before serving, add the onions and cashews, the salt and sugar to taste, lemon juice also to taste, roasted jeera or cumin powder and red chili powder. Mix it all. It's best to do it with clean, dry hands. Make only as much as you need, or if you're making it in larger quantities for a party, make it in batches. The lemon juice and the onion will make the bhindi soggy if it keeps too long. There you have it, an unusual, tangy, crunchy accompaniment. I use it quite regularly in my meals. Here, I've served it with a keema or mincemeat curry and Malabar parotha.
Well, that's it for Crisp Bhindi. And the two simple side dishes that can go with any Indian gravy or rice. You can use the same technique to make crisp pan-fried versions of any vegetable, like cauliflower. Check out my green masala cauliflower recipe right here. Makes a good starter or a side dish. I'll see you again next week. Thank you for watching.